Well, it's always a treat to have Natascha Badmann around. She has one of the best attitudes in all of Ironman triathlon. She's also a six-time winner and the champion here at the 4th Ironman World Championship. And Natascha joins us right now. Welcome back to Kona, Natascha.
Thank you very much.
Now, last year, horrible, there was a really bad accident, and but we're so happy to see you now with the wonderful smile on your face again, and to be back in Kona. Just let us know how your recovery has been through 2008.
So 2008 was a complete new experience for me, because starting 2008 I couldn't move my arms. I was not able to hold my own cup, and so New Year was not really pleasant because I was not able to move at all. And so since then, the good thing is, since then I could do every day a new record, even if it was only lifting my arm by a little bit. Millimeter, it was a millimeter work, and I did then repetitions 100,000 times just to lift up the arm and get it back into right position.
Wow, so now whereabouts are you now? I mean, before you were saying that you had to, just walk in a cradle position.
Yeah,
you used to have
like that. Pillows underneath my arm so that the shoulder is in a neutral position and allows to heal the best way. But to have it in that position for a very long time, 24 hours a day, then when you get out, you cannot move them. They're probably healed pretty well, but they don't go back and forth. And I had to relearn, even to pick my food with the fork. I had no strength at all. I couldn't. It took me about 6 months to get back to my head, to scratch my head, or I couldn't get up the arms behind my head. That's all things that happened the last few weeks.
But I heard that you had a beautiful nurse.
Oh yes, I had a beautiful nurse. I knew a lot about Tony. I knew that he's a good coach. I knew that he can cook excellent meals, but I didn't know that he could be so really patient. And I mean, he was with me after the second surgery. I should have gone to rehabilitation clinic because I couldn't do anything on myself. I couldn't go use the restroom. It was horrible. And so Tony was there, and he really was 24 hours there for me. That was incredible.
Did he wear a nurse's outfit? And I call him Antoinette.
No, not that. But he really was there.
Am I being rude?
Probably a bit. For what he did, I think it was not easy for him.
Yeah,
He couldn't go out to have his beer. It was just tough because I couldn't go out to have a beer. Do you want me to drink a beer with a straw? That didn't work. So it was a tough time.
Okay, let's talk about Kona. You're back. You're racing. So are you excited to be racing?
Oh, I'm absolutely excited. I took that decision very short. It was all that healing process was always very short and very close in time. So I always had the wish to do it, but I never was sure if I would be able to. So it just turned out about 10 days ago that I said, come on, let's take that airplane and try. I really don't know if I can do it, but how would I ever know if I don't try?
That's an incredible attitude right there, and it's very risky for you also because you're not fully recovered. I do remember, I think it was 1996 or 95, the time that you got to Hawaii and you were very sick, and you had to pull out of the race. And but the next time you come back, you were the champion. And then last year, I've never known such an incredible show of sportsmanship and everything. When you got back onto the bike, you tried to ride and it wasn't possible, but then you did. You got onto a bike, you rode all the way to Kauai before Tony, he physically had to grab you off the bike. You consider yourself tough, because I've never known anybody to push through the pain like you can.
I just knew from the experience from that race where I had to stop that I don't want ever to stop an Ironman, because I knew myself, and I would always have thought if I would have tried, I probably could have. And I thought I knew at that moment that I couldn't win the race, but I mean, when I asked for a replacement bike, I saw there were still age groups around me. There were people in wheelchairs, and for me, I was that sad at that point that I thought my whole life, my whole world broke. And I said, but that's not the time to sit now here and to cry. Just make the best out of it. And the best out of it would be go and finish. And so I thought, all right, even if I have to walk, I probably can finish that race. Until when I came to the checkpoint with Tony, he said it's too risky. Imagine if something more severe than, I just thought it's the collarbone, but he said if there's something more severe and you got paralyzed for the rest of your life, you better stop right now, and we have fixed it and make sure that everything goes the way it should, which was very smart.
Yeah, absolutely, very smart, because we're really happy to have you back, Natasha. As a matter of fact, I know a person who spoke to me after the race, and she said that she rode along with Natasha there for a little while, and she was talking to you, and you were all smiles, and I know that you were very, very injured, but you were able to still share a story with that person. So we love your attitude. We are so happy to see you back, Natasha. You're a 6-time Ford Ironman world champion. You will always be a world champion, and you have a toughness like no one else. So good luck on the weekend.
Thank you very much for all those good wishes.